for, which really Sandoval didn't do anything to you. I understand it. I
A
get
livelihood. I think it's a
like I
live.
get right, like I get why you're angry because you are associated, everyone hated you in America and the world because you're associated with this person. Well, it's not really, I mean, like I get it. I get why he's angry, but it wasn't really done to you. But
It wasn't
anyway,
done. But you also, David, he could have like drawn a line in the sand with Sandoval and really said something. But I think that's just not who he is. That's why Katie left him. That's why people leave him. Like he doesn't have a backbone. But the minute they said Jax is living in Schwartz's condo, I was like, okay, he's solidified as a cast member. That's so easy. Jax can just walk over to his apartment, and it gives us that old school Vanderpump Rules. Remember when they lived in the
I
apartment?
think people want that. I think they don't look. I don't, to be honest with you, I don't think Sheena and Lala will be back. I don't. I agree with you. I don't think that's it. I think this season did not do them any good. And like, are you really hanging out with these people? I know they're your friends, and not really. I agree. Schwartz living right next to Jax
Makes sense.
is a, it's just, I see it. I see it. I think people don't realize it will work even though Sheena and Lala didn't.
I think it works with Schwartz because, like, remember when Jasmine was taking all the stuff from Jax and throwing it in the trash? Schwartz didn't defend Jax. He just sat there. He kind of laughed. Like, I think he knows how to play the game a little. Sheena and Lala pretend they're better than the cast members. They're almost like treating them like they're condescending. Like, oh, cute little Michelle with your husband. He's not that bad. Like,
And they want it too bad. Like Schwartz, look at, I mean, isn't it funny at the end of the day, out of all these people, James, Lala, Sheena, Schwartz might be the one that is actually on a Bravo TV show. That's me. I mean, besides Jackson, Kristen, and I mean, Stassi's done well. I'm just saying from like the last season of Vanderpump, isn't that funny that Schwartz
who would have
will
thought?
actually, or yeah, who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Well, I mean, I gotta say, aside from like what happened with him and Ariana, he isn't the worst guy in the world. Like, as far as Bravo goes, like, if you compare him to the Summer House guys, like, when he was on Summer House, I was like, you're not like that bad. These guys are like so toned up.
I'm
Because
gonna
it's
try
the
not
level.
to. I've been trashing Radke a lot lately, so I'm gonna try to be. I can't stand Carl. I think he's insufferable, but I'm gonna try to be nice.
I think he's insufferable. And I think that the guys on the reunion with Summer House, they kind of won somehow. And I think Bravo is kicking itself for losing Lexi. I think Lexi could have been a huge star, and they really fumbled that bag. Who are they going to find to like, and then Bailey got engaged, so at least that worked out for her. They're trying to get these younger people. Lexi would have been a star. That was a mistake. Anyway,
I kind of agree. I mean, speaking, and we'll come back to this in a second.
yeah.
Speaking of Summer House, I mean, I don't really understand what has been going on in the past week and a half with Summer House. It's like people are like Summer House cast shockers. And I'm like, there's no shocker. Now, first of all,
Lindsay
Emerald,
back?
right, like Lindsay has posted that she'll be back. Okay.
Okay. Shocker.
Right. We didn't really, Amanda and Kyle, I guess, were paid to go to Cannes along with Dylan Efron and everyone else. And they announced for certain they'll be back. And I'm like, was
Duh.
there ever I mean, what? Of course
There's
they're
no
back.
doubt. Of course you're back.
Right.
Kyle's producing a Summer House spin-off. Like we know you're coming back. Like you're the face of Summer House. You'll be there when you're like in a walker. Like
I kind of think so. And Emerald at least made a joke in his post, like, shocker, I'm not back. I've decided to move on.
no one was
Okay.
surprised about that. And there was,
Right.
I don't know if you saw that.
Lexi shocks me the most, to be honest with you. I
Shocks
I
me.
I I, I agree.
I don't understand because I'm like, you had an opportunity to kind of redeem yourself and you could have come back and try to become friends with Ciara and confront Jesse and then get a new hot guy. Like, so I think she was just probably like, I don't want to deal with it, but I think she would have been really good. But what is interesting, I don't know if you saw this post about Emrul and how he got a bad edit and that he is like really good with special needs kids and he's like a Muslim. And I was like, I get all that and that's amazing, but he didn't show us that. So how could all we saw was someone that was basically putting their dick into any hole that would take it. So it was hard to root for him. Like I wanted to root for him. He's a brown Muslim on TV. I was like, okay, but he just was not likable.
Yes and yes. I saw that and he's hot as hell. Let me just add that.
He is hot because he doesn't. And then when he gets out of bed, he's always half hard. I was like, okay,
Yes, he didn't get the greatest edit.
no.
I mean, he also just seemed like he didn't want to hang out with any of them either.
No, he didn't like them. I
Like
don't
he
think.
just wanted to get laid, which is fine. I don't think you could use the summer house as a way to get laid because you're actually on a TV show and if you don't film. But yeah, everyone was like, look at all these shockers. And I'm like, there's
Huh?
nothing shocking about any of this.
What's shocking about that? I'm like,
The most shocking thing is that, well, there's rumors that Sierra is going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
I don't know. She's insufferable to me.
You're not a fan of Sierra. I mean, she would have done very well if she went from the Traders and now she gets Dancing with the Stars. I mean,
I think
that's
the
a
stars would be good. I mean, the thing with Ciara is that I used to DM with her and she had like kind of a level head. And I think she now thinks she's so famous after the West thing that she kind of seems insufferable to me. I'm like, you're rude. You are so rude to anyone that comes into the house, like Lexi, and then you deny it and say, oh, you were mean to me in one interview. Girl, that's part of the job. Like, you go and shade people. Like, did you or did you not hang out with Jessie on her birthday? Like, come on, girl. Like, I want to root for her, but I'm like, I'm sorry, I'd rather have Gabby back. Now that Paige is gone, we don't really need Ciara anymore. Ciara and Paige were interesting because they were together, but on your own, I'm sorry, why are you here?
See, I think Paige might get Dancing with the Stars. That's what I
Paige should
think is
get
going to
it.
happen.
Paige should get it. I mean, she's getting interviewed by a TikTok account that literally only interviews A-list people. Like she's one of the only people that's a reality person that this person has ever talked to. I don't remember her name.
Really?
So
Oh.
I'm like, you're talking about Victoria Beckham front row. I mean, you were at Michael Kors with Hannah. Like, you're not really Bravo famous anymore.
I have a weird feeling Paige is going to get Dancing with the Stars. I just have
I
a
think she
weird.
should. I
You
think she
heard it here first if it
yes.
happens.
Yes.
Honestly.
I think she should do that. She should, if I was her, I would start a YouTube chat show. I would start interviewing people like Hannah does. Why not?
Would I have left Summer House? I would not have. But
I
that's
would
just
not have.
me.
No, I wouldn't have left. That's a great check. Hannah would still be there if she wasn't fired.
She
I
would
know that for a
be.
fact.
She
I
would
know that
be.
for a fact. Because she's a professional tennis player. She told me, she's like, you think I couldn't handle Kyle? Like she's
Hmm.
like, come on.
You can
She's
handle it.
she can
So
handle
that's that. Yeah, no, look, I mean, look, if Alex Basket is saying, oh, we want people that are really organically tied together, and we had to
it.
show Jax's rehab and the violence and all that because that's real. Well, then I don't think you should cast Tom Sandoval. Tom Sandoval is not even hanging out with Tom Schwartz. Like Tom Sandoval is done. Like he hangs out with Victoria, he's living out his rocker. He's not in this group anymore.
But he's not above collecting a check for
Oh
doing
no,
the bare minimum. So I think
he'll take the job if he gets it. Did you see this? I don't think it's aired yet that he's on America's Got Talent. Did you see this?
yes, yes, I saw that. I saw
I
that. You
don't
know,
think that aired yet.
I found out because I know someone that they wanted some like footage that, they talked about Tom and so they had asked her. So I kind of knew I heard about it a couple weeks ago that he was going to be on because they had asked for headlines because I'm sure they're going to talk about Scandoval, but I'm like, what's your talent exactly? Are you going to perform? Ooh.
And isn't Howie Mandel still on that show?
He is. And so I'm like, does Howie even
Well,
remember Tom? Because remember when he interviewed him, he had no idea who he was, never watched the show. I was like,
well, I assume that's what's going to happen. He's going to walk out and Howie's going to be like, I know you. And then what? He's going to sing a song?
he's going to be like, how to be a douche in under 10 minutes. Like, I don't.
So he will 100% take the job if he is offered a job on the Valley. But
Oh,
I'm just saying, and I, again, don't hate him the way you and a lot of people hate him.
it's funny. I don't like, it's almost like I love to hate him, if that makes sense. Like, he's like a Kenya Moore. He's like, remember, oh my God, what was her name from Beverly Hills? Who was
Ramona Singer.
No, Carlton. There's certain people I love to hate. It's like when I watch and just like that, I hate watch Carrie Bradshaw. Like there's certain things that I enjoy hating, and I think he's just one of them. He's so corny and easy to hate, and I think that's why people book him for jobs because people enjoy watching him, and they're like,
Yeah,
what?
he's so corny that I find him